I have again been asked why I believe and understand that mankind, as all eukaryotic cells on planet Earth, have a plague, a pandemic that encompasses the Earth, the globe that we live on. The science of mankind, biology, any textbook, any research project, any bacteria examined, among those bacteria, there are those that they call ubiquitous. There are those that they say permeate the earth. There are those that they say are found in every environment. That goes for nanobacteria, that goes for certain types of fungus, that goes for many of the strains of the pseudobiology, aeruginosa, and other bacteria that are on Earth. They are ubiquitous. They are found everywhere. And they are found in mankind. They are found in animals. They are found in the soil. Ubiquitous, meaning it's everywhere. The vector of aging and death truly can be said is planet Earth. Because everything we touch, everything we drink, everything we eat, the air we breathe, everything on planet Earth infects us daily over and over again with the pandemic plague I have named the Senzonic plague. How do I come to this conclusion? I've just told you in a synopsis, in a brief overstatement of the biology of mankind, stating that it's ubiquitous. We are an environment. They find these bacteria, they find fungus, they find nanobacteria. All of these things permeates our body. Science states openly that we are outnumbered by bacteria, viruses, phages, nanobacteria, all these things 10 to 1, and I say it's even more so than 10 to 1. I say it's more like 25, 40% of our body is made up of that tries to destroy us the day long. So let's take a look at this again. How much outnumbered, how greatly outnumbered should a innocent being be by its enemy attacking them? How greatly outnumbered should they be than 40 to 1? How much more greatly should we be infested by bacteria and viruses before we'll look at the mirror, before we'll look at each other that are studying this, before we look at society and proclaim that we have a massive infection, a horrible infestation, an infection that causes us to age and die each day. Our body is made up of microbes. We are made up by trillions of eukaryotic cells that are dying individually, one by one each day, and we have an amazing system that I call, and science calls, the human somatic cell cycle, to where the body of mankind, the somatic system of mankind, replaces damaged cells and dead cells each day, the day long, or we begin to what? We begin to shrink. We begin to age. We begin to decompose and decay while we are living. That is what death does to mankind in the grave. It starts slowly but surely killing off the cells, and the body begins to shrink, and it begins to be consumed, lysed, and destroyed when we're put to rest in the ground, a corpse, as we're living. They are killing ourselves one by one as though we are already in rigor mortis, as though we are already dying, dead, in the ground, already expired, no longer in existence. We ourselves begin to die one by one in the grave. It's taking place while we live. The decomposition of death caused by all the bacteria, all of the enemy of life that exists in our body, destroying ourselves one by one each day. On the hour, every day, we are losing cells to death, to aging, caused by the trillions of bacteria, fungus, yeast, everything on earth that attack life, mankind witnesses. They do slow motion video, they do time-lapse video of plants, animals decaying and breaking down. They know they're trying to kill us. They see they're destroying ourselves. All of these poisons, these endotoxins, bacteriocins of the gut are also humanosins, eukaryotic sins, eukaryosins that are used by the bacteria and yeast to destroy us. What has science discovered? That bacteria make bacteriocins to kill a cell similar to itself. Kill a cell that's similar to itself. Also, there's some strains of bacteria that make toxins that kill many strains of bacteria. But the majority of bacteria use these bacteriocins to kill one another, their own species. Interspecies war, interstrain war. But yeast toxins, yeast is a eukaryotic cell, just like mankind. So, science has seen that microbes make toxins to kill their cousin, to kill the likeness of their strain, the same design of their strain, the same bacteria. What is yeast doing with the 180 toxins it's making in the human body? Unknown by science, they are making toxins that come and kill the eukaryotic cell. Their toxins are eukaryosins. Eukaryosins, direct poisons to kill us, as are the bacteria, the prokaryotic toxins are made that are killing us also. And the prokaryotes, the gram-negative, gram-positive bacteria, are making analogs that are similar to the vitamins we need. They also are coming in and killing the cells of mankind. So this is a massive infection. It's a massive attack we have every single day of our life. But the human somatic cell cycle, brought into being by the mighty stem cell, the creator of our life, began making us on the microbic level and built us cell by cell, did the stem cell, and do so and keep us alive and keep us at a decent size with the human somatic cell cycle. We are dying each day, but the stem cell is rebuilding us as we die. This conglomerate, this community of eukaryotic cells that the stem cell started with 4, then 16, and so on, stem cells, and they began to make cell after cell after cell, and they began to make our brain cells. They divided and started making our bones, our muscles. Now they keep us alive. During our death, we're actually dying each day due to this vicious infection we have. This vicious infection, this pandemic plague. We are kept alive during this plague with the amazing development and created ability of the human stem cell, to where we have the human somatic cell cycle, to where the stem cell the day long, and the cells themselves that are stem cells in reality, because they began as stem cells. So every skin cell produced is actually a form of the stem cell, because it was stem cells that started the stem cell, our skin cells long ago when we were born, and then it keeps replacing itself. So actually our skin is stem cells. Actually our muscles are skin cells, muscle cells. The science has now proven that they can convert human skin cells into stem cells once again. It's an amazing thing. We are stem cells. We are a large stem cell that's built by trillions of stem cells that each day with the human somatic cell system of replacement and repair keeps us a structure, keeps us being a community of microbes, which is trillions of eukaryotic cells. But each one is infected separately with the disease we have called aging, and I call the synzonic plague. I'm asked this question 2 or 3 times a week. What makes you think we have a disease? Ladies and gentlemen, science in every chapter of biology, of the medical text of mankind, describes the serious infection we have. long ago, a statement that confused man was men of the past, to where they said that man and bacteria, and even viruses, some of them, and now some are saying nanobacteria, that we live in symbiosis, that we couldn't live without them. No, ladies and gentlemen. They kill our cells each day. The yeast toxins, the 180 yeast toxins, kill us as a eukaryotic cell. We are a microbe. Plato stated long ago, man's greatest discovery, his greatest study, will be to find out what mankind is, and what science has proven, we are a microbe. We are a large microbe built by trillions of microbes. So we are actually a large eukaryotic stem cell that built itself from the beginning into a large structure that is a structure called a stem cell. We have to call ourselves stem cells. We are, every cell of our body can be transformed back into a stem cell. I'm telling you this. We have an infection. Science declares it each day. Science has even found the cure for this plague and don't even know it. And it's in the chapters of the history of science, the history of mankind, and in the history of modern science. The history of modern science has in its data the cure hidden in all of the pages and all of the research done by thousands of people over the many decades that science has taken documentation about the human body. Amazing. Gerevivify the algorithm is the cure. I have told you again, I'm going to erase this board. A man asked me if I could condense this and explain to him in a synopsis, in a complete form, in just a few minutes, how we have a disease. We're attacked in hundreds of ways by the many microbes of Earth. We have viral toxins in us. We have bacterial toxins, mold toxins. We have yeast toxins. We have all these toxins that are attacking us. We even have negative energies in the air around us. We have things that are attacking us and trying to stop our structure that it numbers into the thousands. How strong is mankind that we can withstand such a massive attack? It just boggles the mind that this structure is so powerful, made by the stem cell. Again, I tell you, the stem cell, the great creator of life, and you see the humatic cell system cycle, and you look upon it and you say, how can we withstand this massive attack of bacteria, where they've even made pseudo-nutrients that come in and become a time bomb inside mankind and help us age, along with the yeast toxins and all of the many toxins made by bacteria. How can we withstand this? Just imagine the power of mankind once he is cured. Just imagine how long this body can live once it is cured of this pandemic plague, the synzonic plague, that I have dubbed the Senesonic and the Synzonic plague, because every eukaryotic cell on Earth has this plague. Imagine the strength of man and the power of man and woman once they're healed of this horrible, horrible pandemic plague that has been killing us and our ancestors since the beginning of recorded history. People ask me, how could we populate the earth? How can we feed the earth once we are healed? Once we are healed and aging and living longer, our metabolism and the homeostasis of the body will alter, and we will not be procreating as often. Instead of every year, we'll be procreating every decade, or every 20 years, or every 50 years. So I'm telling you this. We have the capability of not just feeding mankind, we have the capability in science to now turn mankind and Earth into a paradise. Mankind's body become a paradise for the eukaryotic cells that have grown us. The Earth itself become a paradise due to mankind bringing my Gerevivify algorithm into being, by me having investors and partners and the many people that would be joining in. Suddenly we have a nucleus of those healed of this disease, and then we spread across the earth. The nucleus slowly spreads of the healed species of life called mankind. I've explained once again, the infection we have is massive. What we need to be asking, the question that should come to people's mind, instead of asking me what makes me think we have such a severe infection, when it leaps out of the pages of every textbook, every paper done by science and biology, what people should be asking is, how the hell is mankind so powerful that they have withstood this attack? That's the amazing thing. That's the miraculous thing, is how we withstood this attack and lived to the age of 80, to the age of 100, to the age of 50. This attack is massive. When we are cured with my Gerevivify algorithm and medicinal serum, this body will become a structure I call Mega Man, to where we will suddenly be even growing again, to where the cells of our body will be saying, hey, I don't feel like dying today. I think I'm going to live decades. Each cell in the body is saying, I like this place now. I like this structure that I've helped build. I am going to live a century more, just me, this one single cell, and I'm going to help this body live for centuries itself. I believe that the capability of mankind is to literally live a millennium. So, there I have explained once again, the infection leaks out of every textbook of biology. The infection leaks out of every medical book, out of every medical journal, out of every scientific journal. It just leaps out at us. We have a massive infection. We are outnumbered in our own body 40 to 1, I say, and science has said 10 to 1, and there's an institute in Israel that now says we're only outnumbered nearly 2 to 1. Is 2 to 1 not enough? But I say it is much higher. But I have great respect for this institute in Israel. I understand their reasoning with this here, but they need to look at my reasoning also. I say we have a massive infection. It is the synzonic plague, the senesonic plague, and it is killing our people, our family, as we speak. I look for partners, investors, to now join me in the now end of this massive, massive infection that these microbes of earth have attacked us, the eukaryotic microbe. They declared war on us. So now it's time for us to declare victory and bring this war powerfully to them with my Gerevivify algorithm and Serum medicinal elixir. My name is Rodney Berry. Thank you very much.